All right, so let's do this one. So I'm going to actually, let's see if I can remove this. No, yeah, I can. So maybe it's not as confusing. So we have an elevator, and the elevator is going to go up, and we want to find out how many boxes can fit in there. So the maximum, the elevator can take a weight of 1,000 pounds. So this, whatever we put in the elevator, has to equal 1,000, or can only equal to 1,000. It can be higher. All right. So what's going up in the elevator? We're going up a boxes, right? So how many boxes? So that's your clue that the variable is going to be b. What do we know about each box? That's the thing you have to figure out. Well, it says here that each box is 50 pounds, so it's 50 times b. So those are going to, right, 50 pounds per box. I don't know how many boxes, but that's going up in the elevator. Plus something else is going to the elevator. The 160-pound man. That's your equation. Let me write that over here. Right, so if you do your story, you're going to do minus 160, minus 160, right? And you get 50b equals 840. And b equals, so now if you divide, here's the thing, you're not going to get an exact number, 84, a whole number, 88 divided by 50, you're going to get 16.8. Well, you can't take 16.8 of a box. It doesn't exist. Not that it doesn't exist. So what we're going to do, so the maximum, can you take 17 boxes? No. So you can 16 and a little bit, right? So the maximum, you're going to have to, so even though the answer is this, the actual answer to the question is the maximum number is 16. So he's going to leave the 0.8 on the side for now and just take 16 boxes in the elevator. Okay? Let's do the next one. Let me take this out of the way. So again, you have a $16 coupon. You go to the supermarket. You're going to buy olive oil, right? So how many bottles of olive oil? So again, here's my equal. How many bottles of olive oil? So bottles of olive oil is what I need to know. So B is my variable. What do I know about each bottle of olive oil? Well, the other part is 7. So it's going to know there's a relationship. Each bottle is $7. 7 times B. What else is happening? Am I buying something else? No, I'm getting a discount. So discount means minus 5. And all of that is going to equal 16. You know your story. B times 7 minus 5. Inverse operation is going to be plus 5 and then divide by 7. So let me just write it over here again. Let's do plus 5 on both sides. 16 plus 5 is 21, and this goes away, 7b comes out. Divide both sides by 7, sorry. B equals 3. So how many bottles of olive oil can I buy? I can buy 3 bottles. So if you did your check, okay, so if you're doing your check, it's 7 times B, and B in this case is 3, so I'm just going to replace it over here. I'm going to put times 3. That's 21 minus 5 equals 16. So, two college friends rent an apartment. Two college friends rent an apartment. They have to pay the landlord 2 months' rent and $500 security when they lease. The total amount they pay to the landlord is $2,800. So we know the total, so that's easy. What is the rent for 1 month? All right. So how much is it per month? So M is going to be my variable. Okay, and how many months? What do we have relationship here? We have to 2 months is what they need to pay the landlord. So we're gonna put a 2. Do we know how much per month? No, but we know that they're gonna have to pay 2 months. And what else? A security deposit. They have to pay extra in case they make any damages to the apartment. So it's 2M plus 500 equals 2,800. That's how much they have to pay the landlord to move in. All right, they have to pay 2 months in advance, plus $500 for any damages. So how much is their rent per month? Well, write your story. Times 2 plus 500 minus 500 divided by 2. So let's do that. Minus 500. So 2,300. This goes away. This is 2M. Now we did minus 500 on both sides. We got to divide both sides by 2. And it's going to be 1,000, 2,300 divided by 2, 1,000, 1,250. 1150, what am I doing? So here is how much they pay per month. 1,150. Question 4. Now again, this takes a little bit of getting used to. Contractor is adding a porch. Porch needs 20 people. What? Can hold 20 people and furniture that weighs 250 pounds. So imagine there's a porch, right? Right, this is your backyard. Right? And that's a ugly porch, but imagine it's very tall. And just like here. And we're gonna put people over here. Right, so this is on the second floor. We're gonna put people. All right, how many people? It says can hold 20 people, so 20 people can stand over here, and furniture. So imagine there's a sofa or something over here for people to fit. All right, so on that porch, you can hold 3,750. Now we need to know how much each of these people weigh. Right? What's the average? Did he say, well, let's calculate the weight of each person at 150, 160. So on that porch, we know for sure there's going to be 20 people, right? 20 people. What's the weight of of each people? We don't know, but I know it's 20 times their weight. Plus, what else is there? A furniture, sofa or something. No, something much heavier. Something that weighs 250 pounds. So 20 people times their weight plus 250 for the furniture equals 3,750 pounds. So let's do the story, which would say we do minus 250 on both sides. These go away. 20W comes down, and this becomes 3,500. Divide this by 20, and W equals 175 pounds. So how much did each person weigh? 175. Okay. Oops. Okay. Okay, so we're doing 5. All right, so we are something about a car. Members of car sharing pay a fee. So every month you pay $50 plus $7.65 per hour that you rent a car. That's not a bad thing. So let's say your bill came out to $149.45 last month. How many hours did you actually use that car? Okay, so it's like Netflix. You pay a monthly fee. Well, in the old days. So you pay $50 and you get a car. And then on top of that, every hour you pay $7.65. Another hour, $7.65. Another hour, $7.65, and so on and so on and so on. So last month the total was $149.45. How many hours? Hours is my variable. What do I know about the hours? Well, I know that every hour is $7.65, so 7.65 times H. Plus, what else did we spend? Oh, we have to. What else we have to pay for? We have to pay $50. So let's find out. So again, here's my variable H times 7.65 plus 50. So going backwards, we're going to do minus 50 and divide by 7.65. So minus 50 here, minus 50. These go away. 7.65 H comes down, and then 149.45 minus 50. 45, right? Minus 50 equals 99.45. Right? And then we're gonna divide by 7.65 on both sides. So how many hours did we rent a car for? Well, 99.45 divided by 7.65 equals 13 hours. So you paid $50 a month and then 13 hours. A fare charges, okay, so imagine one of those fairs, if you've ever been to a fair, you know, it has games, food, and all that stuff. So this fare charges you to get in, okay, $7.25, and then $5.50 for a ride pass. So every time you want to go on a ride, you have to pay $5.50. That's kind of expensive. 10 friends visited the fair. Not all the friends purchased ride passes. If their total was $105.50, how many friends purchased ride passes? Oh, okay, hang on a second. All right, so 10 people came to the fair. The total was $105.50. So this one's a little tricky. 10 people came to the fair. So how many ride passes? So my variables are how many people paid for the ride passes. So how much is each ride pass? $5.50. $5.50 R. Plus, that was just for the rides. And how many people? How much did they pay to get in? Well, 7.25 times 10. 10 people came. Is $72.50. So the admission, everybody, I know that, is this. So do your little story. R times 550 plus times, by the way, plus 72.5. So we're going to subtract minus 72.5 and then divide by 550. So let's do that. Minus 72.5 minus 72.5, right? So let's subtract that. So what do we end up with? 105.5 minus 72.5, that gives me $33. So from $105.50, we subtract the admission, and you have $33.50, $33 left. So $33 was used on rides. So how many people got rides? Well, let's divide this by 550. Divide this by 550. So R equals 6. So not everybody got the rides, only 6 people. Okay. All right, so let's go to 7. Cafeteria sells entrees and additional items. An entree costs $4.75, and each additional item costs $1.25. A customer pays $9.75. How many for one entree and some additional? So let's say you get, I don't know, pasta, and you want to get a little bit of salad. That's going to be $1.25 plus a little bit of mashed potato. That's $1.25 plus a little green beans. That's $1.25. So those are the additional items. So we know the total is $9.75. We want to know how many additional items, how many extra things. So A is my variable. How much is each extra? Each extra is $1.25. So I went to the restaurant, I bought a few extra things, and my main meal, my entree, is $4.75. So I paid $4.75 for my pasta, and then I don't know how many extra items I got. How many extra items did I get? Well, let's do the story. A times 1.25 plus 4.75. So going back, we're going to do minus 4.75 divided by 125. So let's do that. First thing I do is 475. Subtract from both sides. Think about it. So from 975, I'm going to subtract 475. That means I have $5 left over, right? Because I paid 475. Now with $5 left over, I'm thinking, oh my God, how many sides can I get? Well, I'm going to divide by 125 and then divide by 125. How many extra things did I get? 4. I need a new laptop. So yeah, that's the answer. Extra A is 5 is 4. I got extra 4 extra sides. Number 8, an appliance. So somebody comes to fix your appliance, your vacuum cleaner or something. He's gonna charge you $55 to get there for his car and gasoline. And then once he gets to your house, he's gonna charge $15 per hour. So if he comes to your house and stays for 1 hour, you have to give him $55 for the trip, plus $15 for the hour that he worked. Another hour, another $15. One more hour, another $15. So he stayed and he charged you $92.50. So how many hours did he work for you? Well, H is my variable. So what do we know about hours? It's $15. So 15H. Plus, so he works the hours, you pay him by hour, plus we give him $55 for transportation right here. So let's do our story. So if you do your story, you get minus 55 here, minus 55 here. Let's subtract. This goes away, 15H goes down, right? So $92.50 was the total. So if you take $55 out, okay, you get $37.50. So that's how much you pay for the hourly. So how much is 37.5? How many hours did he stay? Right, because you paid him 55, so the leftover is for the hours. So divide this by 15, divide this by 15. H equals 2.5 hours. Okay. Last question. Cell phone. In the old days, they were much more expensive. This one's $9.99, so every month you have to pay $9.99. Plus, just to have the phone, just to have the service. Then on top of that, you have to pay 5 cents per minute. So last month you paid $25.59. Well, you know that $9.99. If I subtract $9.99, just gonna do this. You pay $25.59. If I subtract $9.99, I'm gonna be, that was for the monthly charge, right? The monthly. Just to be with Verizon, I have to pay $9.99. And the leftover is $15.60. So this is what I spent talking. How many minutes did I talk? Each minute was 0.05. So that's what we're doing. So let's set up the equation properly. Minutes. How many minutes? So m is my variable. What do I know about the minutes? I know that it's each minute that I talk is 0.05 cents per minute. So it's 5 cents per minute plus I have to pay Verizon $9.99. That's how much I pay every month. And this month came to be 25.59. Variables m times 0.05 plus $9.99. Subtract $9.99 and then divide by 0.05. Let's do that. So minus 9.99 on this side and this side as well. This goes away. We get 15.6. Sorry, I forgot the m here. Now, we divide this by 0.05. Divide this by 0.05. That simplifies to 1. 1 times m is m. And 15.6 divided by 0.05 equals 312. So how many minutes did I spend on the phone last month? 312 minutes. Okay?